Ho, 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 my dog. It's Christmas time. Where are my ho, ho, ho's at? This is so stupid. What's going on? It is your boy Andres Tagliaferro. Why'd I say like a white person? Tagliaferro, and I'm here today bringing you another video, for your creative needs and etc. This one is actually for creatives, okay? This is the video that you send your friends. Kind of don't want a whack gift. You want something that you're actually gonna use. You don't want like a candle, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, candles are nice and, you know, nothing like setting a nice little pine tree candle right next to your keyboard while you work in the wintertime. I mean, look, if someone wants to get me that gift, that's cool. But today, we're talking about gifts that you can get your creative friend, significant other, wife, husband, cousin, whatever. The one that the creative is gonna actually enjoy, not just, you know, use once and then throw away. Something else that's like creative, but we never use. I'm speaking really just for me, because I know my family's gonna watch this, so if they wanna give me a gift, they'll know what to get me. And look, I'm fully aware that it's November. It's not even Thanksgiving when you're watching this video yet. And some of y'all probably hating like, it's not even Christmas yet. But look, I'm the guy who, you know, sets up Christmas decor before Thanksgiving. Bro, it's Christmas, bro. I grew up in Christmas, Navidad, you know, El Niño Jesus. We didn't really believe in Santa, we believed in El Niño Jesus, and he's still alive and well today. So if you're an early Christmas hater, it's all good. You know what? Just save this to your watch later if you'll feel like a better person for waiting post Thanksgiving, early December to watch this. I really don't care. All this nonsense aside, let's get right into the gift ideas. The first gift that I think every creative will appreciate and will value and will use forever is one of these. That's right, an SD card. And look, this is a 32 gigabyte, so don't get them this one. 32s are cool, but like they're so, like you can't really put a lot of 4K footage on there. Get them a 128 gigabyte, and you gotta get them the SanDisk Pro black one. This is the one I've used forever. It has really good writing speed. Look, every creative will appreciate an SD card. If your friend is a photographer or videographer, this is an ideal gift. It doesn't cost much. I think it's only like 30 bucks for a 128 gigabyte now, which is crazy because I remember those are like hecka expensive back in the day. I got links for all of these things in the description. I signed up for the Amazon affiliate program, so I'll get a little bit of kickback from them. So if you're gonna buy it, just go down there and do it. An SD card is just the safe bet. You know when you get those gifts that you see and you just appreciate because you know you're gonna use the mess out of this gift, and it's not just like candy or like a candle, why do I keep saying candle? But it's not something that you're only gonna use for a small period of time. Like I have SD cards from forever ago. The other thing that I think you should get them that goes along the same lines is an SD card holder. Now, I actually don't own one. So anyone watching this, if you wanna get me a Christmas gift, get me one of these. You know, get them a hard case SD card holder. If you're creative like me, or if your friend is like me, you've always, at least once to 20 times in your career, you've gone out to a shoot, you've driven 30 minutes to Fort Worth from Dallas or something, and you've realized on the way there, I don't have my SD card. I left it at home. So you go to CVS or Walgreens, the closest, you know, pharmacy, because they have SD cards, and you buy one really quick. And look, you do this enough times, you got a whole bunch of random SD cards. They're just gonna be lying everywhere around your apartment or home or studio, and that's definitely me. But these little card holders are gonna be great because one, they keep your SD cards protected. You know, if you wanna get them a twofer and you wanna get them an SD card and an SD card holder, that's like less than 50 bucks. I promise you, it's not gonna be a freaking Ferrari for Christmas, but they're gonna be like, you know what? I really appreciate this. You know what I mean? Because they'll want it. Now, if they already have it, you're kind of screwed. You really don't need more than one. So maybe check up and ask them if they have one. I don't know. All I know is I would want one, okay? I need one, actually. So family, friends, get me one of them. Now, since we're on the SD train, I gotta shout out Apple, because look, a lot of my friends who are creatives enjoy Apple. They have at least an iPhone, iPad. Something that I would want is an SD card reader for your iPad or your iPhone. I've linked two different versions down below. Basically, all it is one of them has a lightning port, meaning for your phone. One of them has a USB-C for your iPad Pro. So they run, I think, tops 35, maybe 40. I don't really remember. They're really convenient and they help a lot, and it's something that I think any creative would really appreciate, even if they don't have an iPad, but they just want to take pictures real quick and then put it right into their phone. That's something I've always wanted, and I've never gone out of my way to buy. These are things, these are all little things that we just hate buying, and if somebody were to gift to us, we would be eternally grateful. It's like when you're a kid and you get socks as a birthday gift and you're like, what the freak, I got socks. Underwear as a gift as a kid sucks. Even clothes in general as a kid, at least for me, sucked. I wanted a video game or something like that. When I got older, underwear as a gift is lit, because I just don't want to go out of my way, spend my money on that. While SD cards, SD card holders, and SD card readers, definitely the underwear of the creative industry. So every creative is gonna really appreciate it, and it's just practical. Now we're gonna get into some fun things that you know, aren't necessarily like need to haves, but I think are really cool. One of them is this. This is a Manfrotto mini tripod. Manfrotto mini tripod, and look, it's not the most glamorous thing, but it's a nice little, first of all, vlogging setup, okay? But it's super practical. This is actually something that I've used on like commercial shoots all the time for like shots that I want to be on the floor, but I want them to pivot to be able to get like a different angle. It's really cool to just carry around when you have your camera with you in your camera bag. Every creative knows the age-old trick to get low ground shots, and it's you put the camera on the floor, you grab your wallet, you put the wallet under the lens to give it a different angle, and you kind of like fidget with it until it gets the right angle. I haven't done that ever since I had this, because I just keep this in my backpack. And if I ever want a shot like that, I use this. This is fun. It's nothing crazy. Again, it's not a must-have, need-to-have, but I think it's a fun little gift. It's under $25. Link in the description. I like it. As you can see, it's like pretty battered up. It's not just gonna sit in my office and do nothing. We're talking to like, you know, high-level creatives now. We're not talking about the friend who, you know, just got into photography, just got into video. We're talking about the guys like me who have established somewhat of a career, and they're in that phase in their mind where they're trying to understand and grasp what is my purpose, learn more about themselves and enjoy the passion. That's what this next gift is for, okay? Because if you give this to a beginner, they're gonna be like, what the freak, this sucks. Like, why would I want this? Because it's a book. Now, I know. Most of y'all are probably out there like, who reads in 2021? Look, I read, okay? A lot of people I know read. So before you judge me and be like, why are you giving me a book to give to a friend? This is actually really cool. This book, Herding Tigers, this book is amazing. Basically, it's a book for creative directors to be the leader that every creative needs. A management book over creatives. It's for somebody who just got hired on into a company to oversee a team of creatives, to understand the dynamic and the work-life balance of a creative individual, how they think differently from how a regular employee thinks. I got this book because I was chosen to be creative director over a church campus back in the day, and I wanted to be a good one. So I read the whole book and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The cool thing about this that I noticed is that I learned a lot about myself as a creative that I didn't understand before, because this goes into the psychology of creative. It helps you understand them. To give you an example of something that I learned really quick, for the creatives watching, maybe you can steal this, and I encourage you to buy the book for yourself because it's actually really good. One of the things that it talks about in the first chapter, what creative people need, the challenge stability matrix, kind of the work environment that you put yourself in or you're put in under a job. It shows you the sweet spot that every creative wants to be in terms of challenge versus stability. There's a graph right here, but basically it says if you have low stability but high challenge, you're freelance. For every freelancer, you know what this feels like. To have no stability in income but be producing a lot. It makes you angry. It talks about feelings in this. And the sweet spot is to be high stability, high challenge. And that basically just means that as a creative, you have good recurring revenue, so you don't feel super scared and panicked all the time, and you have high challenge. You're creating things that you actually enjoy creating that bring you challenge and purpose. Anyways, that was just one thing that helped me understand a little bit about myself. And actually, now that I work as a creative lead at a company where I have a marketing director above me, that's something I can diagnose myself with, and I don't have to wait for my employer to do that for me. You know what I mean? It's a great book. There's tons of little things just like that. Managers understand creatives, and more importantly, help creatives understand themselves. For me, the greatest gift you can give me is by investing in my mind, because your mind is the most important thing as a creative. So if I got a book as a gift like that, that actually would draw something that would not just make me more money, but help me understand me and make me happier and more fulfilled, I'd be super happy. I'm just saying, you got a lot to work with here. I'm giving y'all a lot of material, all right? And from cheap to not so cheap, which is what we're going into right now. And something that's not so cheap, but is great, and every creative wants. It's one of these. It's an SSD hard drive. It's just extra storage. All those photos and videos, I'm sure that your friend's desktop is piling up. Their folders are a mess. Well, this will help. It's about $130. This is the Samsung T7. I've used it forever, and it's a great gift. If you wanna spend a little more, they're gonna appreciate this, and they're gonna thank you for this if they take it seriously, because they wanna free up space on their computer. They get to do that with this, and it's just a great thing to have. Creative, if you're watching this and you don't have one of these, what are you doing? Go buy one, or send this video to your friend that would most likely, it's your rich friend, that would spend money on you. Yeah, this is a great gift. Kind of like the SD card. It's something that you need, and you need to have multiple of, because it's a limited resource. So, great gift. Now, dialing it back, what's up with my hands? Dialing it back just a little bit, I have one gift that I recently bought and purchased myself that I've been enjoying thoroughly. This is for your friends that you know have a desktop setup or they have a desk at home. It is a legitimate mechanical keyboard. That's right, this keyboard right here, this is the Keychron K9. Listen to this, listen to this. That sounds freaking sick, right? Sounds amazing. It feels great. The keys are nice and thick. I mean, you just can't go wrong with one of these. I mean, they're freaking awesome. I bought it a little while ago and it's only 80 bucks. 80 bucks for something that feels way more expensive. If they don't know what Keychron is, then they're gonna feel like you spent like 500 bucks on them because keyboards be expensive nowadays. Well, this is a great keyboard and I really recommend it for any creative or any writer. It's nice to have, it's not a necessity. Again, like most people, you already know, have a keyboard if they're already creative, but upgrading to one of these, oh, it's a game changer. Something else to add about this thing is that it does support Windows and Mac. Wait a minute. Bro, I just realized this had a kickstand. Anyways, you know, you don't have to worry about that. I put a link in the description, just like everything else. The final thing I'm gonna say, and this is another one that you can splurge on that will be really like, wow, I didn't think I needed this. Thank you so much. This is something that people want to buy, but can't justify buying. Trust me, because I just bought one and I've been doing this forever. It's a Pro Mist filter. So right now you're watching a video with a little filter on it right now. If you're creative, you might know what this is. If you don't, check this out. So if I screw this off, I'm actually curious to see what it looks like. You see how it doesn't look as smooth anymore? It's not as glowy as it was a minute ago. Well, this little filter, and just so you see what it looks like this. Tiffin Pro Mist. Let's see if I can put it back on here. I don't know how YouTubers do this because this is actually pretty hard. And I'm scared that I'm gonna drop it and break it. I don't like this. Am I unscrewing it or screwing it on? Bro, back on. It's a filter that basically gets rid of all of that digitalness that comes in these new cameras. If you don't have a super cinema camera that's like super expensive, like I'm using a really cheap camera right now, it comes out looking really digital and not so cinematic. This thing adds a lot of cinematic features to it. I've linked one below, the same brand and everything. It's a little expensive, it's like 100 something. I don't really know, I'll have it on the screen, but it's a great gift. I mean, if you're trying to spend a little bit over 100 bucks on your friend or significant other, this is gonna be sick. They're gonna enjoy it and they're gonna use it a lot. I use it, I'm just gonna try to use it for every video nowadays because it just looks so good. Now, disclaimer, in the description, I did link a 1/4, meaning that it has a little bit more of the glow effect than this one. This is a 1/8. I actually wanted the 1/4 and I got the 1/8 by accident, but I kind of enjoy the 1/8, so up to you. I mean, any of them are just gonna be cool. The 1/4 is just the best medium, I thought, that everyone would probably use and enjoy the most. Yeah, it's linked down there. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video, man. I hope you got a nice little list of gifts for your creative people. If you're creative like me, maybe you wanna send this to your wife or your girlfriend or your mom or dad and be like, hey, check this out. Just a nice little video that I thought you would enjoy as a creative. I had fun doing this, compiling a little list of things that most people probably won't say. A lot of people would say, get them a gimbal, get them a coffee mug, something boring. I give you actual things that they'll actually enjoy and some like out-of-pocket things that people don't think about, like the book or the SSD drive. But look, I wanna announce something. I wanna do a giveaway. I have had this Loop Deck CT, goes for about $550. For less than a year now, it's compatible with Adobe. You know me, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you would know that I've began to switch to DaVinci Resolve. So this is no longer compatible with my current workflow. So I've been thinking about giving it away. It's kind of dusty right now. I promise I'll clean it before I give it away. But it's a console that you can plug up to your thing. It's a control surface actually, and it allows you to edit faster. I used it a ton when I would use Premiere, but I was always super proficient with shortcuts. So now that I use Adobe not so frequently, I don't mind not using it, and I haven't touched it forever. So I think it would do more use in the hands of someone like yourself. For Christmas, I wanted to give a giveaway. This isn't the giveaway video. I'm not gonna put instructions here, but just be aware, watch the next few videos, come back religiously, because one of them will have a giveaway at the end, closer to Christmas, and I wanna give that to a creative that would actually use that. It's a lot of money, and I want more subs. So that being said, go ahead and subscribe if you liked the video, if you enjoyed it. But yeah, like the video, and look, I wanna wish you guys a Merry Thanksgiving because it's November still. I want you to leave a comment. What are you gonna get your friend? Are you gonna get them the SD card? What are you getting them? Are you getting them the book? The book is great too. Everything's linked below again, and I feel like I've taken up a lot of your time. So remember, stay grateful. Peace.